Here at Winter Doubles Championship North America, Bunny Raid, Fakey Hybrid. We're on Western Air Temple to start us off. And no Aang in sight. Let's go.
No Aang. He went home for the weekend, apparently. But right now, the winner of this team will go on. Guaranteed top 3 placement. We'll see who it's going to be. As like you said, we're on the Western Air Temple. We've got 2 Ulgrims on the screen.
Did we just swap metas with Europe? Because there were more Wushonics in Europe. I think we just swapped with them. But nonetheless, Blue team already starting off pretty solidly. Bunny kind of allowing Raid to do a lot of damage and be the starter for things, and just kind of hovering around these top platforms, waiting for an opportunity to get something explosive going, but getting caught out by Fakey with that recovery. Nice sidelight into ground pound attempt. Raid follows up off of Bunny though, and already Raid showing, like, I know Bunny gets a lot of the talk, but I'm definitely here as well.
Okay, nice fastball there from Bunny, getting away from Fakey's ground pound, ends up turning it around with that recovery, just getting some damage on the way back up. Ensig will connect. Bunny still living. Western Air Temple ceiling just a little too high.
Nice side air there. Raid unable to follow up, but get some nice damage on the Hybrid anyway. Charging up the ground pound. Nice from Fakey to avoid that ground pound, but it's some team damage from Hybrid. Now Hybrid takes so much damage for it. Nair into side air, avoids the recovery, but so much damage nonetheless. Fakey also deep red alongside Bunny.
Woo! Hybrid's trying to be a little bit more careful here, knows that he lost that stock a little early, and he's already taken a lot of damage here on that second one. Rising side air will have enough damage there. Can they take down Bunny and even up the stock count? No, Fakey instead, kind of a disengage, goes back towards the stage as he saw Raid respawning. There it is.
Nice follow-up there from Fakey with the spear to close out that stock off the top. Now everyone on their last stocks, but Hybrid approaching that 100 damage mark very quickly here. Bunny yet to pick up a weapon. Fakey appropriately weapon starving, but now Bunny on the gauntlet. This is what I want to see. On the other side, Raid getting a big land string.
Okay, Fakey manages to hold it on. Keeps enough of the movement to get back up safely. Hybrid, though, again, taking a little bit extra damage here. Raid gonna go off stage with the lance. Said, y'all talked about my axe, but y'all aren't talking enough about my lance.
GC side through from Bunny, forcing some respect there. Waiting for the dodge, going for the double sidelight, didn't find it. Raid swinging through there. Hybrid with the only one on the blue team with a weapon right now, but really can't get much going. Finally gets a sidelight Nair, another sidelight Nair, but also onto his own teammate, and more sidelight Nairs ensue. The recovery from Bunny finds a double KO with the gauntlets. I'm expecting to see Bunny go for some more flashy stuff off stage, but instead, just simplicity in the recovery.
Knew there was enough damage there. Brought down the flowers, but it is going to be Bunny losing that second stock. Stock count staying even with the help of Fakey, getting a double to match Bunny's.
Okay, it's all even now. Blue team slight damage deficit here. Okay, nice Nair from Bunny. Fakey almost dodging into the second Nair would have been curtains for that stock and potentially the blue team's chances to win the game. Ground pound hits the grounded version, sends Fakey off stage once again, avoids the ground pound, but doesn't avoid the Nair. No weapon, picks up a weapon. GC sidelight sends Fakey into the ceiling, and a side sick from Raid sends Fakey off stage once again. Fakey already looking to lose the stock. Nice dodge there, though. Very crucial.
Red team sees the riding. They're going to hunt down Fakey. Fakey the most damage. Hybrid trying to just play interference there, but now Bunny puts Hybrid away from Fakey. They manage to regroup. Once again, Hybrid in that front position. There's still not enough damage on this red team, but it might not matter as Hybrid going for the offstage. Ground pound gives them one. Blue team gonna make it a trade, and there's Bunny with the clutch, getting another double.
That was a crazy showing at the end there. I think Hybrid hit the first ground pound and went too crazy with another one. I think literally anything else might have been a lot safer, and their trading out the KO just wasn't right, especially because Bunny having the axe in hand essentially just needs to hit one more move to find the KOs. This was a very clean double KO on that recovery, but yeah, so you get the ground pound there. Hybrid unable to make it back as the charge gets canceled by the weapon toss, but then Bunny just charges it again and then right off Ensig to close out the game. So classic axe to close out a very clutch situation, but still Bunny Raid up a game.
Bunny Raid able to close that one out, but Fakey and Hybrid did manage to bring that one back to close. I was thinking about, like, in those final stocks that Fakey and Hybrid have just been a little bit slower, right? Like, they've been losing their stocks just before the red team, and obviously once you hit those limits, the red team will end up with the W. Hopefully the blue team can keep this one a little bit closer.
Already, I like what Fakey's doing here, holding the center stage, making it kind of a no-fly zone in terms of landing in front or trying to land above Fakey. A lot of end lights and side lights. Raid getting the party started for the red team with a big axe plan. Another side stick from Hybrid. I like the side air onto Hybrid to disarm and kind of keep him off stage. The Nair gets 2 targets. Hybrid picks up a weapon. Bunny getting KO'd very early, though. Sidelight into side recovery, not enough to KO.
I thought for sure Hybrid was going to go for the wake-up recovery there off of Fakey's Nair, but instead, Raid comes down, hits the sidelight, side air, stock count evened up. Fakey looking for more damage onto Bunny. Maybe they're thinking that Bunny's been the clutch factor, but Raid with the gravity cancel down sig, Hybrid's in trouble.
I like Bunny respecting, giving Raid some time to cook off stage, but then saying, okay, now it's my turn to try to follow up. Trusting your teammate, very important there. That's going to find a KO, though, on that recovery. And a pogo sent Bunny very low, able to make it back, though. Hasn't touched the wall, the stage yet, though, just the wall. Finally finds the soft platform there.
Okay, Bunny comes down. Looks like the blue team going to go towards Bunny as Bunny goes off stage instead. Fakey with that follow-up Nair. Off stage, Raid hits the side air. Hybrid's in trouble again. Bunny gonna make that a KO unless the blue team has something to say, and it's Fakey speaking loud and proud. He's gonna keep Hybrid alive.
It's crazy, Bunny found a ground pound there, and also that Fakey was able to recover. Oh, GC downlight to try to find the KO off the side, and Fakey, great reversal with that down air. Now the Nair sends up again. Raid fighting back with a landing side air. Nair waiting for an option. Fakey too confident, not giving any panic options. And now Fakey saying, I'll take the fight to you, Bunny, to give Hybrid some space here. Okay, a crazy flip from Hybrid. Very, very ambitious, and still is fine somehow.
He's good.
Punishes. Bunny can't find the ground pound either. Hybrid is just, this is tomfoolery off stage, and no punishment from the red team.
The cluster is happening in the offstage as Bunny hits another side air. Hybrid hanging out there, spot dodges. Gonna
Hybrid,
try to help
touch
out
the
the
stage, man. It
teammate, or
doesn't
at least
even
making a
matter.
trade. Raid gonna fall there. Fakey, okay, it's a safe trade. They managed to keep the stock advantage as Fakey does not go down there.
Okay, nice dodge on that recovery. No free damage onto Hybrid. If he has anything to say about that, side air sending Fakey very far to the left side, charging up the ground pound. Hybrid not even trying to interrupt it, just saying, I hope Fakey dodges it, and Fakey does. Nice Nair there, keeping the red team up in the air, and they stuck in the middle of 2 very, very tough legends to be stuck between.
Okay, the falling there from Fakey. They're trying to keep this red team a little bit more split. Hybrid swaps over to the axe. A nice jump dare into the recovery. They're adding up some good damage here on the Raid.
D-Light into recovery, unarmed from Bunny. Great pickup.
Uh-oh.
Boom, boom.
3.
Oh, it KOs! What a clutch combo! I didn't say anything because I was like, it's just a combo to get damage onto Ogrim specifically, but now the red team steal away the stock lead. It's a 2v1.
They know how to hit that axe recovery so well to get that KO. It's going to leave Fakey in the 1v2. He's got plenty of health, but no weapon, making this a lot harder of a task to do.
Bunny realizing the 2, like allowing Raid the tankier of the 2 to do something. The GC Haymaker doesn't get the weapon toss. Fakey still doesn't make it back. Bunny makes it back. Red team steal a game away. If the GC Haymaker bounced into the weapon toss, clip of the year. But unfortunately it doesn't. But Bunny, it's like, okay, I'll just close it out anyway. Incredible stuff from the red team.
Insane offstage there from Bunny, just covering both options. Weapon toss to go right and the Haymaker to go left. But that team combo was definitely the clutch moment for this red team. They were down, but the second they got that team combo, it was pretty much W.
Yeah, and just the downer to close it out. And Fakey having the dodge back doesn't quite matter. No jumps, no recoveries. Yeah, I mean, like, I saw them get the hit, and I was like, Ogrim's not that orange where it's going to KO outright, but the recovery just KO'd. I don't know. Sometimes it just happens like that, especially versus the double axe. The blue team fighting back here, trying to force a game 4.
Okay, looks like Hybrid showing off. You know what? We've got axe recovery of our own. They got a good team combo there to start it off onto Raid.
Like down air, Hybrid stuck in a bad spot, but fighting back with a sidelight on the axe. I honestly will take that, and that will KO as well.
Let's follow up, not able to get the recovery in time. Bunny, though, did take a decent amount of damage there. Neutralite the team combo, but it's a setup for Fakey to get that recovery off of Hybrid.
Okay, GC Sig, very aggressive. Hybrid still makes it back, avoids the ground pound. That's crazy. Bunny couldn't capitalize either. Hybrid once again finding himself off stage for so long. Bunny closes out that edge guard. Yes, he does. But Fakey now trying to edge guard Raid. Bunny having enough time to assist your teammate to get back to the stage there. Very important.
All right, Hybrid's back in. Sidelight Nairs both red team members. Fakey with that sidelight, but Hybrid with a great reaction still managed to get that side air, take down Raid. Bunny in the offstage against Fakey right now. Weapon toss gonna whiff, and Bunny gets the wall touch.
I love that recovery from Bunny, realizing, like, I'm gonna get hit once, so I'm gonna let you hit me without burning any resources. And Bunny makes it back to the stage for that great decision-making off stage. Nice snare, continuing the juggles. That's a big sider. Disarms Bunny and hits Fakey as well, though. Weapon toss, breaks the mold.
Oh, ground pound. Fakey once again going for the offstage, but it's
Hybrid! No! A tragedy! Hybrid, team KO onto Fakey, and that shifts the momentum so much, potentially allowing the red team to get back in this game.
Yeah, just giving those gaps for the red team to come back into this one. The blue team might still have the stock advantage, but you don't want to make this one any closer than it needs to be. Bunny on the red will be joining Raid on the final stock. Raid in the orange.
Oh, that's
edge guarding.
Bunny unarmed, just chose to go off stage and try to close out an edge guard with the unarmed. Bunny waiting to pick up a weapon, finally does there with the gauntlets. Fakey, nice reversal from Raid. Can Fakey make it back here? Bunny getting the sideline into the weapon toss. Fakey losing the stock. Now a 2v1 potentially. And still Bunny going off stage and getting the double KO. It's a highlight reel for Bunny every time Bunny goes off stage.
This is why that ground pound from Hybrid could be so devastating. Is Fakey could have had one more stock, but now everybody's on final stocks. The team combo coming out, unarmed from Hybrid to help out Fakey, but still the damage is way closer than you would want it to be.
Oh no, Hybrid getting sent off stage, getting hit by the ground pound as well. Bunny, the
no!
double ground pound once again. Hybrid cannot make it back, and a 2v1 ensues. Bunny looking for the edge guard here. Is it another vintage moment for Bunny? It seems to be. Fakey just can't touch the wall. I'm losing it, man. Every time Bunny goes off stage, it happens. It happens just like that.
She's so insane in the off stage. So many moments where Bunny just decides you're not going to get to play Brawlhalla and takes out opponents. Sidelight Nair here and the weapon toss to guarantee it. And there was the edge.